Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video on my channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. So, today we are back with Gaming Dumpster. I think we have watched 1 or 2 videos so far. And if I recall correctly, the last time he tried to play a very obvious pay to win game and failed. Because he didn't want to spend any money. And unsurprisingly, it didn't really go that well. This time, today, we are watching, I bought AAA VIP Steam key packs and got this. As always, link to the original video is down in the description. Make sure you subscribe to him and support him if you enjoy his videos. And let's see what kind of Steam keys he's gonna get, or if he's just gonna get ripped off.
I bought the AAA VIP Steam pack that promises 5 AAA games for $26. This could be anything from Helldivers 2 to Tekken 8.
5 AAA games for $26. How would they even profit from that? There's gotta be some bullshit in there.
Or Medieval Dynasty? I don't think that this is a AAA game. But I didn't stop there. I also bought one pack that could give us Black Myth Wukong. Let's see what I'll get.
Could,
oh my
okay.
God. We got Injustice 2 Legendary Edition.
Oh, okay,
That's so cool.
okay. That's
15,000 reviews. That's good. Very positive.
That's not bad.
So let's see the Oh my god. The Legendary Edition gives you every character this game has to offer. It's my first time playing this game, therefore I played the tutorial.
I am so bad in these fighting games. I am so bad, but I also never really enjoyed playing them, or the motivation to play something else.
It frustrated me already.
Put in
If I
effort
press
to get better.
X, it's circle apparently. If I press triangle, it's square. If I press square, it's triangle. It doesn't make any sense. It's an easy to fix problem, but why is the layout like that in the first place? Also, whoever designed Batman should be really fired.
What the?
Showed me every attack and special move, but also which arena not to choose. The background of this arena has its own fight, which can be so distracting and even worse, pop one of my eyes out. For my first actual fight, I chose Harley Quinn versus the Joker, and I have to say, this was a lot of fun. Not only because they have to be the goofiest character in the game, but also because it's almost the same game like Mortal Kombat. After letting the dogs chew on the Joker, the match was done, and the Joker was exhausted. The end of the fight felt kinda lame, but I easily forgot that by having fun with choosing the next character. I mean, Hellboy looks like a woman beater, so let's just use Poison Ivy, I don't know.
Yeah, fair.
Don't listen to
fair.
me,
He.
Oh,
I mean, he is. Now he is.
Like Batman, Hellboy looks so goofy and not cool how I remembered him. Injustice and Mortal Kombat was published by Warner Brothers, but if they made a Mortal Kombat for the DC universe, why not adding fatalities instead of them cringy flopping on the ground? Winning against Leonardo was funny though. Even worse, when I fought Catwoman, not only has Catwoman the cringiest line ever after winning 1 round,
I am Catwoman. Hear me roar.
but after dragging her to space, sending 20 giant meteors on her, she just flops on the ground like she had the most exhausting day. This is a really boring end to a fight. I know not every game should be like Mortal Kombat at the end, but if you own Mortal Kombat and make almost the exact same game, then please commit to it. The fighting is great and so is the story mode, but the end of every fight left me unsatisfied.
I get that if you're trying to compete with something like Mortal Kombat, you want to be similar but not identical. If I had to choose, I would still go with Mortal Kombat, honestly. But like I said, I was never really a fan of fighting games, so don't really care about either of these games.
This game 2.5 stars out of 5. Alright, it was fun, but let's activate the next key, okay? I'm so excited. Ghost Runner 2 Retail WW... What is that? Okay, that's not that old. Look at that. $10, okay, I'll take it. I'm really glad I got it.
Okay.
I always wanted to try it, but never had the motivation to buy it. Ghost Runner 2 is
now
a
you
fast-paced
can.
hack-and-slash game set in a post-apocalyptic cyberpunk future. A violent AI code has
That looks
assembled outside the tower
pretty
that
cool,
protects
honestly.
inhabitants from danger. Therefore, your job is to destroy this cult to save humanity. The game starts off so cool, with you ripping your katana out of a dead body, sliding down this thing Sonic style, and chopping a guy's head off. The visuals and combat already sold me on this game, which is a great way to hook players immediately. differently. At first you can only use your katana, and even though this is your main weapon, you can use giant billboards to crush your enemies, which I rather did because killing 3 in one go was just oddly satisfying.
Yeah,
if
that
you
is
don't kill
pretty
fast
cool.
enough, you probably will die a lot, which didn't happen to me. I only died 51 times to demonstrate what will happen if you don't utilize the fast-paced movement. I cleared all levels, but then the first boss
Just
fight
for
happened.
educational purposes, you died 51 times. That is very dedicated, thank
They are
you.
reviving the massa and want to escape, and of course we can let them go, which is why we have to stall them until reinforcement arrives. To not let them escape, the Ghost Runner calls them over, which leads to our first boss fight.
Yo,
I'm going
he's-
to be honest here that I died many times, but I think that
fast
this
as
was
fuck.
kinda necessary, for me at least, to see what attacks he has and how I could dodge them effectively.
Coping.
Some attacks are just sword slashes, but some are a wall of energy that can only be dodged by
Jeez.
jumping up and then dash towards him. At one
Blink
point,
twice and you're
reinforcement
dead.
arrives. He stuns
What?
the enemy, which gives us the opportunity to slash him. Not only that, but you can also grapple hook on him to dodge bigger attacks like the wall I mentioned. Later on, the
Bro, if you're someone that gets motion sick, this might actually be the perfect game to avoid. Imagine playing that in VR, bro. Like, I get motion sick from very simple VR games. Because I'm really not that used to it. But playing something like that would be even
guy
worse.
who I thought is the reinforcement gets handcuffed from the actual reinforcement, which left me confused. And to be honest, if these little guys would try to help, they would probably get killed. It did an amazing job introducing the game, showing the potential threat ahead and your abilities. After a certain point, you will unlock new abilities and weapons to take on much stronger opponents. To be transparent, I have a love-hate relationship with hack and slash games. I love them because of how addicting it can be just to parkour around and slash enemies.
I understand
but not
that.
only that, the visuals are great and so is the music. But on the other hand, the fast-paced gameplay could give me a headache. Once you get killed, you reset and have to think about what you did wrong and have to improve, or, like I demonstrate, you will die 51 times.
I think as well this is a game I would enjoy, but it's not a game that I could play for hours on end because it's just so high paced and so high energy. It could be pretty draining to play, but I think it looks pretty cool.
This game truly deserves 3 stars for me. Man, Ghost Runner 2 was actually a lot of fun, man. Holy moly. Let's try the next game.
Alright,
I'm really
next one.
excited right now. God Eater 3. I've never heard of this game. Oh,
Ooh.
it looks cool.
Yeah, I know what God Eater is. I actually do have my Steam open. Of course I don't. But I have, I think, the first 2 games, maybe even in my library from some Humble Bundles, but I've never actually played it either. So this might actually be something new for me as well.
2019, 7,000 reviews. Okay, $4.99.
Okay, but calling that a AAA, I mean, yeah, maybe. If it cost $50, maybe, but yeah, maybe.
I've heard a lot about this game, like it's a pretty cool RPG, and that this game is an oversimplified monster hunt. To my luck, I've never played games like that. In God Eater 3, you hunt massive monsters known as origami.
Now this might be an unpopular opinion. I've played Monster Hunter World on Xbox One and PC, and I dropped it both times after like 2-3 hours or 4 hours of playtime. It was just too exhausting for me. You fight a boss and you're close to beating it and then it runs away and you have to chase it for 15 minutes. Bro, that pissed me the fuck off. That really is not my type of game at all.
That are plaguing this world, and even
Very
though
beautiful,
our God
but
Eaters that
no.
are humanity last hope, this cage is our home, where we can meet fun and exciting characters. Because you are a God Eater, you can absorb the energy of these monsters to craft weapons and use special attacks.
That
In this
doesn't
game,
really
you are
look
part
like a
of new
god to me,
generation of
does it?
God Eaters known as adaptive God Eaters, or AGEs. AGEs are subjected to extreme testing and experimentation, granting them greater abilities to fight origami, but at significant personal cost. The story explores themes of oppression, survival, and friendship. First, I had to choose between a male or female character. I mostly choose male, but I had to choose female when I saw that I can stick a fake mustache on her lip, and nothing beats an anime girl with a fake white mustache. The first couple of missions were just a tutorial.
I mean,
which
it is
gave me a good
innovative,
feeling
for
for
sure.
what will happen next. Like more monsters that get progressively stronger and a boss fight. The boss fight was pretty cool and it didn't feel like that we were overpowering him. You progressively get stronger, but so do the monsters. Not only do you hunt monsters, but it has quite the decent story, with a nice plot and
Okay.
interesting character choices. I really enjoyed the characters. Like one is a bit more serious, the other is such a goofball, and we are a girl with a mustache, but also we are pretty powerful. But serious now, I find this game
It's because
really
of the
interesting
mustache,
because
obviously.
you get to know every character that is trapped with you, and maybe has it even worse while learning their backstory. I find it so interesting.
I mean, to be fair, if you meet a girl like that in real life and she has this kind of mustache, you probably don't want to fuck with her because you could never know what's gonna happen.
That they are so powerful and humanity less hope, but still get treated like the worst of the worst. I'm really interested on how the story progresses, so this game gets 3 stars. Gotham Knights. Oh,
Okay, cool.
Isn't this Batman? Oh my goodness, Deadpool. I'm just kidding. 2022. No.
Gotham Knights. I've absolutely heard of this game before, but I cannot pinpoint what it's supposed to be. Gotham Knights.
Nice, very nice. Okay, looks cool. Looks like a boy group, you know, like a boy band.
A boy group.
99. Wow. Wow.
The timing is kinda bad. He's getting the keys when all of them are on sale.
The game starts with a cutscene where Batman is ambushed in his Batcave.
But I think actually he might have made a plus now, right? If we count everything together. I will see in the end of the video, but I think he might actually make a profit.
I will not even try to pronounce his name. The fight goes...
Ra's al Ghul. Or whatever.
On for a while, but I already zoned out because it just went on for too long. I started laughing because I thought I was watching a movie. There's a skip option, and even though I heard many times to never skip a cutscene, I did, which cuts to Batman's grave and meeting the Bat family. None of us were there.
Oh,
just like regular call.
I've seen clips online from this game. Okay, now I can kinda pinpoint it. Okay. But the point he made with skipping cutscenes, and I am guilty of that as well. Especially, like, something, one of my biggest pet peeves with games. If you start a new game, and you're just bombarded with cutscenes and all of that shit, and it takes you, like, 30 minutes until you can finally play the game. No. I hate it. I hate that. That is such a turn-off for me.
Put on a suit. Our ultimate goal is to pick up the pieces Batman left behind and solve the final investigation he was working on. We can choose for now one of 4 characters that we will play for the first mission. You got Red Hood here who got guns, Robin who light in his resume but is pretty good in stealth, Nightwing who has rapid combos, and Batgirl is tough as nails. What is like tough as nails? Bro, why is
tough
that
as
a proficiency?
Nails. No offense, but that outfit looks dog shit. It looks like you bought it from Walmart or something. Like you go from Batman's outfit to that. It just looks bad.
They didn't know what to put in the middle, so they put
Single target bruiser.
Tough as nails.
Tough
Maybe
as
I'm missing
nails.
something, but aren't they technically all tough as nails? Anyway, I chose the guy who made his resume with ChatGPT and went to the first mission at the Gotham University, where a secret hard drive is located. You can climb up buildings or enter them illegally by using a grapple hook, which every character has. In the university, I found some clues that leads me into a lab where the murder of a guy called Langstorm took place. Here we get introduced with the first puzzle, to find the right passcode and device to open the secret door. The puzzle wasn't that hard. You just have to click and connect things you think fit together. And after clicking around, I found out that the device to unlock the secret door is a microwave. In that room, we find mystical creatures and most importantly, the hard drive. On our way out, we meet some rioters.
It's always a fucking hard drive in these kinds of stories. Whether it's a game or a movie, there's always a hard drive involved somewhere. It's really a weird pattern.
They think Gotham is a no-rule city now because Batman died, but they forgot the next prodigy, Tim Drake. I want to take a peaceful moment while Robin kills this rioter to say how good the combat feels. The stealth mechanic is pretty good and...
This is how you deal with rioters in Gotham. You're demonstrating for something, be ready to die for it.
So are the attacks that are kind of over the top, and I'm sure a hit behind the head would do the trick. Even though dodging and fighting,
but it wouldn't look as cool.
It can be really easy to fight them off because after I killed every enemy,
bro, he's doing flips like
doesn't feel like a challenge.
Crazy.
He will do the same linear attack over and over, which is easily to dodge. I was surprised to see that we can now drive away with our motorcycle. I for sure thought that this will be just a cutscene, but you can drift, do 6 stunts, but while I was reading the tutorial, I accidentally ran over a cop doing a traffic stop. Doing it really isn't hard at all. which is why I did that for the rest of the way. And once in the Batcave and everybody was gathered, I noticed something that threw me off. Can I ask you, why does she have like this lens bat? Like, bro, I know who you are. Like, I can clearly see who you are. The only disguise that helps is...
Oh, okay, that's what I mean, yeah. These tiny wannabe masks. Yeah. I know what you mean. I agree. He is pretty incognito, but the others are like, bro.
Deadpool,
like, you could probably... Let's go back. You could probably cover up more of your face if you just put on sunglasses. At least they could not identify your eye color or something like that.
See who you are. The only disguise that helps is Deadpool, I forgot his name. Yeah, maybe it's like a fake mustache kind of thing, where once you wear it, it gives you a brand new identity. I didn't know it at that point, but this is an open world game where you can walk...
It's really true if you think about it. If you walk around in broad daylight without your quote-unquote mask on, and one of the bad guys spots you, I mean, he's obviously gonna know who you are.
Run and patrol Gotham City as the character of your choice. The reason you patrol Gotham is to find more infos to continue the story.
But I do think it's an interesting concept to play someone else but Batman.
I did the training with every character to get to know them and chose Batgirl to see what tough as nails means. And later on, yeah, she's as tough as any other character here. I continued the rest of the mission, politely asked the enemies for intel and kicked more butts. How about...
Bro, what is that on the top of her head? Are those ears? Bro. How are they going to take you seriously as a superhero? First of all, the colors, I don't know. Like, Batman was badass because it was just black and dark, and this is like, I need attention. I mean, she might be a cool superhero, but she will never be on Batman level, let's be real.
I continued the rest of the mission, politely asked the enemies for intel, and kicked more butts. How Batgirl sat on the railing is questionable, and so is this review, that I
21.4 hours on record and recommended. I don't know why they made this game so difficult to play as Batgirl. I keep trying to attempt stealth, but the clap of her ass cheeks... keeps alerting the criminals. What? No way. No. No, I'm not going to Google it. I'm kinda interested, but I'm not going to Google it. What?
In my opinion, it's a good game. I'm not familiar with Batman games, so I don't know how the average quality is. But as a typical gamer, this looks pretty good. I will continue it at one point.
It looks pretty.
Now, I will give it 4 stars. Our last game of the AAA VIP pack, before we move on to the pack where we...
But, I mean, without having played the game, I would assume if you played the original Batman games, Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, etc., you would probably have a better time. But that's just my assumption.
Could get Wukong. I activated it and I already had it. I gave it to my friend because he finds gaming boring, and I hope that I will revive his gaming heart. He told
it's obviously not Black Myth Wukong.
Excited to play it with me, and we got straight into hand-to-hand combat. I know Mortal Kombat more than him, so looking back at it, bullying him here was unnecessary because now he will never play with me again. Okay, now the last key. Try to get Black Myth Wukong or not. Oh my god, if I get the message that...
No, I'm assuming it's gonna be some horrible $5 at best indie game.
This key was already used. I think I'm going to lose it. Blasphemous? We didn't get Wukong, but I still tried this game out, and it was kind of fun, even though I barely could kill the first boss. The button layout was so confusing, so I took a bit of time to change them. But once I figured out what every button does, it was still really difficult and I died. But it was manageable.
It was so difficult, but after I learned how to use the controls, it was still difficult.
I don't know what the game is about, but here's where I turn to my fellow viewers. Oh, enlighten me with your knowledge about this game. I killed some weird looking creatures when
this game looks like it has so much deep lore behind it.
I'm glad that it's kind of pixelated. Another enemy is holding a giant shield and a sword, and because she's a woman, something else swings when she swings her sword. I'm glad it's not a man, because that would be traumatizing. I liked the game, but I had no patience to restart this level a 4th time, so I did something crazy. I bought another Try to Get Wukong pack for 9.
Wait, for €9. That is such a waste.
bucks from another seller this time. I activated it, but I already have it, so I
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
gave it to my friend who doesn't trust me anymore, and he told me it was blasphemous again. He
You can open a collection at this
tried
point.
it, and I think with that I killed his gamer heart completely. I really
Bruh.
appreciate you watching, and check out this video where I bought every random Steam pack.
Aww. Looks like we're not getting Black with Wukong. Looks like we have to buy it now. Okay, that was a good video. That was a good video. I actually thought he was just gonna get bullshit, because I've bought like Steam key bundles before, but it was never like AAA, VIP, gold, whatever. It was just the basic stuff, and it was dog shit. But I was somewhat impressed with what he got, and I think he might actually have gotten like his money was worth. But yeah, with these key packs, it's always a gamble. I would not recommend. I've tried it before and it was not worth it. Yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I mentioned before, if you liked this video, make sure you subscribe to Gaming Dumpster and you support him and his channel and his videos. And if you have other stuff you want me to watch, let me know your requests down in the comments. I hope you all have a great day, and I hope we will see each other in the next video. Until then, take care. Bye.